Ever found yourself scratching your head over words that sound similar but have different meanings in English? Well, you're not alone. This conundrum trips up even the most seasoned English speakers. Today, we're going to navigate the maze of 10 pairs of commonly confused English words. Understanding these differences will not only polish your English skills, but also add to your language confidence. Ready to dive into the world of English language confusions? Let's start with our first pair, imply and infer. Our first pair of words is imply and infer. Imply is all about subtly suggesting or hinting at something without directly stating it. For example, if I say, "It's getting late," I might be implying that it's time for you to leave. On the flip side, infer is about understanding or interpreting what is hinted at. So if you heard me say, "It's getting late," and you understand that I want you to leave, you've inferred my message. Remember, when you imply, you suggest, but when you infer, you understand. Next up are eminent and imminent. Eminent is an adjective that describes something or someone as being high in rank, distinguished, or outstanding in a particular area. Think of an eminent scholar or an eminent piece of work. On the other hand, imminent is another adjective, but it suggests that something is about to occur or is impending, an imminent danger or an imminent arrival, for example. So, eminent refers to high standing or prominence, while imminent implies something about to happen. Our third pair is bemused and amused. Bemused is an adjective that describes a state of confusion or bewilderment. For instance, you might be bemused by a complex puzzle. On the other hand, amused is also an adjective, but it refers to finding something funny or entertaining. For example, a joke might leave you amused. The key difference lies in the emotions they describe. Bemused indicates confusion, while amused implies enjoyment. To summarize, bemused means confused, while amused means entertained. Moving on to compliment and complement. Compliment is a noun or verb that refers to something that completes or enhances another thing. Think of a fine wine that complements a gourmet meal. On the other hand, compliment is a polite expression of praise or admiration, like when you tell someone they have a lovely smile. So, the key difference lies in their meanings. One completes, the other admires. In short, compliment means to complete or enhance, while compliment is a kind remark. Next, we have Flair and Flair. Flair refers to a sudden burst of light or flame. It's often used to describe the sudden start of intense emotions or conflicts, like a flare of anger. On the other hand, flair is a special or natural talent or aptitude. If someone has a flair for cooking, it means they have a special talent in that area. So the main difference lies in their meanings. Flair is a sudden burst, while flair is a special talent. Our seventh pair is flaunt and flout. Flaunt is all about showing off, like when you flaunt your new designer shoes at a party. On the other hand, flout is about displaying contempt for rules or conventions. Picture someone flouting traffic laws by speeding and running red lights. So, the key difference? Flaunt is about proudly displaying, while flout is about defiantly disregarding. To summarize, flaunt means to show off, while flout means to disregard. Moving on to affect and effect. Affect is typically used as a verb, meaning to influence or alter in some manner. For example, the weather can affect your mood. On the flip side, effect is commonly a noun, referring to the outcome or result of a change. To illustrate, the effect of the storm was devastating. The key difference? Affect is the action, the influence, while effect is the aftermath, the result. Remember, affect is generally a verb meaning to influence, while effect is a result of that influence. Next up, the three-way confusion. Insure, assure, and insure. First, insure. This verb means to make certain that something will occur or be the case. You might ensure you've turned off the stove before leaving the house. Moving on to assure. This is when you're removing doubt. You assure your friend that you'll be there for their birthday party. Finally, insure. This is all about financial protection. You insure your car against theft or damage. While they sound similar, their usage is distinct. Insure is about certainty. Assure removes doubt, and insure is about financial protection. In short, insure means to make sure, assure is to remove doubt, and insure is to cover with insurance. Now let's tackle advice and advise. Advice is a noun, a thing if you will. It's the guidance or recommendations you offer or receive. For example, she gave me some sound advice about my career. Now, advise is a verb, an action. It's the act of giving advice. So you might say, I advise you to take her advice. The key difference, one is the thing being given, the other is the act of giving it. So, advice is a noun meaning a suggestion, while advise is a verb meaning to give advice. Finally, we have altogether and altogether. Altogether is an adverb meaning completely, entirely, or in total. For example, the project is altogether too complex for our team. On the other hand, altogether is a phrase indicating unity or simultaneity, like, we sang the song all together. So, the key difference is that altogether refers to the extent of something, while altogether refers to the collective action or state. To summarize, altogether means completely, while altogether means all in one place. Well, that covers our 10 pairs of commonly confused English words. We've explored the subtle yet significant differences between words like imply and infer, eminent and imminent, bemused and amused, and so on. Each pair, though sounding similar, carries unique meanings and uses that can greatly impact your communication. Remember how complement and complement, though sounding alike, have distinct meanings? Or how affect and effect are used differently in sentences? These are just a few examples of the intricacies of English language. Understanding these differences is crucial to communicating effectively in English and reducing misunderstandings. The road to mastery may seem daunting, but every step you take brings you closer. Remember, the beauty of English lies in its nuances. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep improving your English. Until next time, happy learning.